Hey there, it's Jason Wyman here, and this video is for you, Isa, and for anyone else that may actually want to learn a little bit more about how I'm creating my piece for the Where Do You Belong project. So really quickly about the Where Do You Belong project, it is a multi-year investigation into people in place, both creative and civically. So we go out and we construct interview booths, and then we collect those interviews, transcribe those interviews, share them with partners that are doing some sort of policy or civic practice, and then we give it to artists to recreate new works from. I myself am taking an opportunity and creating some works from an interview booth we did with the San Francisco Tenants Union on July 20th here at Mercury Cafe in San Francisco. So what did I do? So we had this interview booth that was run by incredible young people from the Board of Advising Youth at the San Francisco Public Library, and they asked questions about home, migration, and belonging that were then shared back with the Tenants Union. So those transcripts are already done. I am creating a visual work for installation back at Mercury Cafe on October 2nd. Excited and a little nervous. But anyway, so I wanted to show you how I went about to conceive this piece because I thought it might be helpful to see a little bit of the behind the scenes. So I went through and transcribed all of the interviews. There were a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 interviews that we were able to collect. One of those interviews, the audio, there was an issue with the audio and it was cut short a little bit, so I was only able to pull from a very small piece of his actual interview. So I went through and I transcribed everything and I really listened carefully to all of the words. Then what I did is I went and read them all and I started pulling out little quotes that I liked. As you can see here, I kind of organized it by the different people that were, it's inverted for you, but by the people that were interviewed, and I just kind of pulled out different quotes that I really liked. From there, process. I categorized the pull quotes. So I went back through and I looked at the different pull quotes that I had created or gathered, and I categorized them. I categorized them into more poetic, social, or contextual frames. I wanted to make sure that there were quotes that kind of fit all of those different areas. I didn't want it to just be poetry. I wanted to make sure that there was a little bit of context that ended up making its way into the poem. And then from those different lines, I created, I have 16 phrases for a poem that I'm about to construct. So you're going to have to come to the cafe to see what the actual poem is. But the idea is that each one of these is a poster. And so I took a look, there you go. So I took a look, as again, it's inverted, whatever. So I took a look at what was the pull quote. I edited it a little bit to make sure that it was actually a little bit more poetic in terms of form and so on and so forth. And then I played around with how it would actually look on a miniature poster. These are now going to be taken and kind of put into the computer so that I can do the digital art side of it. And you're going to have to come out on Friday, October 2nd from 6 to 9 p.m. at Mercury Cafe. Showing alongside me is an installation by Rebecca Schultz, as well as paintings by Tasha Rodriguez. So come on out, check it out, and this is a little bit of info for you on how I created the works. Bye! Check out more wheredoyoubelongproject.com, www.wheredoyoubelongproject.com. Ciao!